Hi, James.
Are we starting?
We're starting.
Hey guys, my name's James.
And I'm Corwin.
And welcome to another rousing episode of This Movie's Gay. Oh, barely a delay now because we got things figured out Nickelodeon style.
Nickelodeon style? It might be because I'm streaming in Discord.
Hold what? Oh. Yeah,
you know what?
Just
remove. Yeah, see me because you never watch me anyway.
I mean, I was, but we don't need it.
I don't know. Yeah. So, James, how was your week?
Corwin, I would like to tell you, I got two tales.
Two tales. Two tall tales.
Over on Mostly Speaking Sentai, the Twitch channel, beat Steven Universe Save the Light. Got it finished for the second time, but last night...
Second time?
Yeah.
You played it through again?
But not
twice?
But not on stream. I played
You played it through once on off stream, and then you were like, okay, this is good, and you played it through on stream. Okay.
Last year, I was playing it before... Oh, no, we were streaming last year, but I used to think...
Before we started streaming? We've been streaming for 2 years, James.
Wait... I mean, like, live streaming.
Oh, live streaming on Twitch. No, that's been a few months. Last year, we weren't streaming. I mean, you were doing YouTube.
Yeah. I used to think, oh, RPGs, that's something you don't want to stream. They're, like, so story-based and dense and will take a long time. But then realized, those are the only games that I don't get insanely pissed at. So, because you can play them at your own pace, opposed to Mario. Oh, there's a time limit, and there's Goombas everywhere, and goddamn Yoshi's here for some reason. No.
Goombas and Yoshis.
I want to be able to stay in one area and grind the fuck out of the mechanics to level up, to junction, to do whatever, to break the game. And then I say, yay, no one can hurt me. And which I wish that were the real thing in life. Oh my God, maybe I should grind in therapy and then no one can hurt me.
I don't think that's how therapy works, but
I think it does.
James.
It does.
Do it.
Because, I mean, if I go to 5 different therapists 5 days a week... Eventually, I should be good. Emotionally, no one can hurt me because I'm like, no, I'm smart. I know what people are doing to try and trigger my emotions. And then I don't need to worry about a damn thing, Corwin. That's how therapy works. Bet
James,
your bottom ass.
Your mind sometimes. Your mind, it's something. It's something out of this world.
I think it's because I played RPGs so much as a child. I think everything should work that way. Or
everything should be a grind.
Or, yes, technically, yes. Or because, like, financially, you grind a bunch financially, and then eventually you'll be like, oh, I have money saved up.
That's just...
Muscles you have if you're trying to get in shape.
I mean, muscles, yes, you can grind out some muscles, but it takes time and effort, and one could say it also takes money because you need money to be able to get protein and healthy eating and things like that. James, you can't just go and do squats.
EBT. You ever heard of it, Corwin?
Oh my God, James.
You can get protein in the form of chicken nuggets. You unbread the chicken nuggets.
Hate you, James.
And then you're good.
Hate you, James.
And then you feed the bread to your spouse. Oh, wait, no, wait. That doesn't track anymore. She's gluten intolerant. You can. I think back in the day, Nicole would have been like, "Yeah, I'll just dip that in ranch and call it good." If you only want to eat the chicken inside the nugget, but
I would not take your leftover breading scraps.
I'm not asking you to do that. I'm saying Nicole.
Nicole's not going to take your leftover breading scraps. That's her only source of food.
Nicole loves me so much, you better and she doesn't like wasting things, so you better believe she'll take my breading scraps.
She wouldn't take that as her only source of food.
No, this is just a snack.
She wouldn't be like, It's just a snack?
Actually,
okay.
What she would be most concerned about is that I'm only eating chicken from chicken nuggets, when I'm guessing EBT would also provide like the unbreaded chicken breasts that you can get frozen for $6 for, I don't know, 5 pounds. It's insane. I look at the cents per ounce of meat sometimes and I'm like, fuck. Vegetarian.
James, we have a technical issue.
What?
We have a technical issue. Apparently you're muted on the stream and I cannot say something, James.
Hello guys, my name's James and my friend died this year and it's very sad.
Jesus Christ, James.
They didn't hear it, I'm muted.
Mute, monitor and output. There we go. You guys should be able to hear him.
Hi. Hello.
How did that get flipped? That means things have been wrong.
It's those transitions, my friend.
No, it wasn't the transitions. I had him listed as, I had you listed as monitor only. So that's so funny. I mean, you have your audio, I have my audio, so the podcast is going to be fine. This stream missed all of your ranting about
all
chicken nuggets. Yeah, all of it.
Oh, man. Hey, guys.
Every single bit.
MLMpod.com. Check it out. But one last thing
that's
on that.
That's actually a command, too.
One last thing about being a vegetarian is a waste of money. I mean, like not in the sense of like the impact it has on the environment and the like goodness it brings, but it's so much cheaper just to eat meat. So all I do is eat eggs. I probably consume now lately I've been consuming like 6 eggs a day, 3 in the morning, 3 at night. So how many? I'm going through a dozen eggs in 2 days.
You just like spazzed out for a second and you said, I'm going through a Doug's 2 days.
A dozen of eggs.
Well, it said a Doug's, which was great.
That's Nicole's nickname. Let me ask, hey, Nicole, if I were to eat chicken nuggets.
Hear Nicole, by the way.
But, you would? Oh, Nicole said yes. Nicole would eat the skins. She annoyingly and angrily said yes.
The only source of substance, she wouldn't.
Well, yeah, of course not. There's ranch included.
Snacks, that's why. Oh my god. I hate you, James. I'm muting you again.
See you guys. The podcast, though, you're gonna hear me loud and fucking clear. It's like you're leaving Scientology. You're going clear.
No. Also, James, new glasses? New glasses. What's up with that?
Okay, so I'm surprised it took you more than like 15 minutes.
I wanted to say something when I first saw you pop up on screen and you were like, I'm ready to video record. And I was like, why aren't you just in the fucking channel, James? So, and then as soon as she like popped up, I was going to say something, but I was like, nah, wait. Ian said poor Nicole, and I agree with that.
Man, Nicole's rich in substance, okay? And gluten intolerant, so she can't
Ian also says you're the worst and he loves you so much.
Thank you.
So you have a fan.
These glasses are detachable. They're blue blockers, and it's because I look at a screen so much, my eyes are constantly hurting, or were, I should say, but it got to the point where I could feel my pulse in my eyeballs. That's how fried they were from the blue light. And then Nicole's like, hey, even though I hate giving gifts early, can I please give you one? Because the gift of giving it early, you'll still be feeling the impact on Christmas. And they were nighttime and daytime blue blockers. And I'm loving this tinted world I'm being experienced to. The daytime ones make the light outside. They make it look like a dreary day in the summer, like it's about to thunderstorm. I fucking love it.
You love that. You love that. Oh, so this is a Christmas present.
Yeah.
To protect your eyes while you're streaming, especially because you're doing Pissmas tomorrow.
Yeah. I got one more thing to talk about.
Okay, one more shenanigan story.
That's
what we started the podcast with, are James shenanigan stories, and he tells me how many he has, and then it ends up being 30 minutes later. I'm like, okay, we're done now? Got it.
So last night I go for walks usually at like 9 a.m. and then 10 to 11 p.m. I go for walks.
In the times where you don't want to see anybody because COVID times, but also you didn't want to see anybody outside in normal life either.
Well, I mean, during the summer, I scoot around the city at that time, like right before the sun goes down. But this is just how it works out. I've been eating so much ice cream that I have to go on 2 walks. I was also eating so much egg salad, and that was also, hey, I got to. There's so much mayonnaise in here.
Yeah, scoot.
I was going for a walk. I was 2 blocks away. I'm the neck cutter and I'm 2 blocks away. No one in the chat will know that. And if they do, thank you so much. We're kindred spirits. 2 blocks away. And I have headphones on. I'm listening to Not Another D&D podcast. And I hear someone go, hey. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I see in front of me 2 older women. And they say, do you know how to jump a car?
Wait, what?
Yeah. And I'm like, I haven't.
That's not where I thought the story would go.
And I was like, I haven't had. This is 11 p.m. and this woman is shouting. So I'm like, I used to, but I no longer know how. And they said, oh, well, if you knew how, you'll be able to. Maybe you can remember. And I'm like, okay. And I explained what I thought you had to do. It is the correct way. And I know it's the correct way because I was like, I'm not sure. And they're like, well, this woman, so angry again, 11 p.m. in the city. So like there's apartments everywhere. She's screaming about a man who she tried to get help from earlier, who was just smoking a bowl and just rolled up his window and was like, I don't want to talk to you, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect response.
And
I don't want to talk to you, ma'am.
I was
Bye.
like, let me put on my mask. And she's like, oh, yeah. And I was afraid she was going to start saying, like, be pissed at me. And good thing she didn't, because I would have been like, all right, deuces, I'm leaving.
You're scooting away.
But I said, hey, I don't have a phone. I don't own a smartphone. I'm beholden to Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. If you guys have one, open up YouTube, search how to jumpstart a car. You'll see like a minute video, I bet, with 15 million views detailing how to do that. She's like, okay.
So I just want to pause you for a moment. You said jumpstart a car. What I heard, and what I've thought you've been talking about this whole time, is jumping a car with the scooter.
No.
Like jumping over the car. And I was very excited to see where this story went. And now that it's just jump-starting a car, I'm less interested. But I needed you to know that's what I thought the story was. I misheard.
No, I'm not. I'm just on a walk. I don't scoot.
I thought you were scooting.
No, it's too cold.
Too cold.
Feeling that wind in my hair. Ooh, too
I think
freezing.
everyone else was with you. I was not with you. Okay. I was across the street. But we found a red light. I crossed over. It's fine. We're here. Okay. Jump-starting the car.
One quick thing. I saw someone with a scooter, like a Vespa type scooter, late at night again. This was a few nights ago. And outlining the scooter were Christmas lights. And I thought it was so cool. I wish I could have
do that.
Given him a thumbs up. But she opens up this video and she's getting pissed. So pissed because there's an ad before it. And then the other friend with her is talking to her. So they're talking together as this 1-minute video is going, detailing. So I'm hearing what's going on. And I'm like, oh, I was correct. Like what he just said is correct. And she turns back to it and she's like, he's talking too fast. Rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, you haven't been paying attention. He's not. So
you've been screaming.
Video ends and I say, hey, if it's talking too fast, you can click these buttons up there, go to half speed, rewind it. She tries to click on it. And like my mom pointing at a computer screen, she will point. I will point at something and say, click here. And then she will click somewhere. Like I'll say, click here. And then she will click over here. And I'm like, no, Mom, it's here, not here. That I think is the first time Nicole ever met my mom was in a situation like this. And it was very funny. What
happened with jump starting the car, James?
So she then rewinds it and then plays it. And she's like, oh, another ad. It was never an ad. You want to know what it was? You know how people have like a introduction, like graphic and music?
Like, and my transition, this.
It was this. That. It was an intro video. This. It wasn't an ad.
Hello, jumpstarting your car right now.
So as it gets to the guy about to explain it, the other woman says, "You want to just call AAA?" And I'm like, holy fucking shit. I should have known, because of how pissed she was getting, is able to just call and have someone else do it for her.
Oh, yeah.
And that pissed that late at night. I may be that pissed, but I wouldn't interrupt other people's slumber for it.
Oh, I'd have just kept walking. I'd been like, they yelling, and I'm like, oh, I've got headphones.
Well, I'm constantly thinking, oh, karma, it will someday come back to me. It fucking doesn't. Karma doesn't exist, guys. So then I was like, all right, see you guys later. And then
I will put a preface. If the people you described screaming at you, I'd have just kept walking. But if it was someone that was like, that I was like, oh, this is a visibly queer person, I'm like, oh, hello, what do you need? What you need? I got you. I'm helping.
Well, it was
that's what it was.
It was two older women, like, in between kisses were screaming, so...
Oh, they were kissing? Okay,
no, I'm lying.
They were kissing, screaming, kissing? Okay, I'm helping. I'm interested. Where's the story going? This is a gay moment, and I'm here for it. If it's not a gay moment, bye. It's not for me.
One woman's just trying to calm the other woman down by, like, deep-throating a tongue down, and it's like, that's not helping, clearly.
It's not helping. All right, well... I think that's a good time to talk about the movie.
Yeah.
This week we watched Filterphonic. The reason I will preface this with, this is not a gay movie. This is a movie done by a director that we've done his movie in this slot for both of our previous years. So this is his third movie, and we did it because that's, you know, we're doing a tradition. We're doing a journey here. But it's not a gay movie, but he is a queer director. So that's where we are. The movie's called Filterphonic. James, would you like to give a synopsis of this movie?
Well, yeah, I'm not really sure what you're talking about, because this is a movie about a woman befriending a trans woman who may have answers to where her father is, all while practicing and prepping for a battle of the bands. See, what I did there is explain the play within the movie, which is how Corwin described Monster Pies, the first movie of this director's that we did.
So the first movie of this director was Monster Pies. It's one of my favorite movies. And we watched it for the podcast. I explained that the movie was, I was like, oh yeah, it's like Romeo and Juliet, but with Frankenstein and the Wolfman. And James was like, oh shit, I'm down for that. And that's just like a school project they did.
Yeah.
In the movie. The movie's gay. And that's what I did. That's what I did. I didn't mean to do that, but that's what I did.
And I'm so glad you explained that on the podcast, our first episode, Hellbent, because then it's like, oh, even if Corwin ever denied
even
this.
Even if I'm like, no, I didn't do that. You could go back. You could listen. I did that.
I could be like, Corwin, I just edited this as well. It's technically you told me this
literally
3 times.
3 times. And so the second movie is called The Neon Spectrum, and in this movie, Filterphonic, they're doing a play at like a community center called The Neon Spectrum, and it's the previous movie. And the movie exists in this world as a movie because the character watches part of the movie.
This is the Lee Galea verse.
Yeah, except during that... Okay, during the movie scene where they watch... Okay, give a synopsis of the movie, please.
A, like, late teenage boy, maybe 18...
19.
Somewhere
like 19.
around there.
He says he's like 19 or something like that, I think. When the dad is like, under my roof.
The movie starts with him practicing for an audition to get into, I'm guessing, a fine arts college. Uni, as they might call it. And he then goes home and finds out that his mother has a terminal illness, and he says, well, I have to put this on the back burner. I need to focus on, like, being with mom because this might be her last months to live. But his parents are like, no, you should focus on this. Like, what if it's not? Like, what if we do, like, of course, like being strong for their son says, hey.
But he does drugs and he messes up his audition and ruins his life.
He does pills. The only pills I consume are Pilsners, baby.
You don't drink.
Ooh,
Why are you lying?
Every single day I'm down in a Pilsner. I'm down in a schnapps.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Boone's Farm down the gullet.
The lies. The lies and slander, James. The lies and slander.
I put rum in my eggnog.
Every single time I go into James's chat, he says something about me. He's like, oh, James calls me this, or something like that, and it's clearly a lie. And I'm like, the lies and slander. That's just all... Me talking in James's chat is just me saying the lies and slander.
Even when they're nice things, they may not be real, but they're not slander.
The lies.
Where am I at, though?
You were talking about him ruining his audition.
So he ruins the audition, and then he spirals out of control. His mother is still sick 6 months later. His dad says, oh, well, you need to be doing something. Be a painter with me. There's a lady across the street who has a haunted house, at least in his mind. I've been in those situations. The Blue Ghost. Oh, my God. That was the suburban legend in my area of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Terrifying. Just absolutely terrifying, man.
Part of me is curious, but the other part of me doesn't want to know.
I mean, it was just like in this garden. I think a guy was buried, like this very nice looking garden, and we would hop fences.
I'm hearing the story.
What?
I said, and I'm hearing the story.
Yeah, well, it's really quick. We would hop fences as children. That was like our fun thing to do. It was fun. And we would never hop over into one specific yard because that was like the Blue Ghost. There was this man buried back there, and that's how the garden flourished, I think is how the folklore goes. Terrifying. Even to this day, I'm thinking about it and I'm scared. So there's this lady across the street who he broke a thing, has to fix it, has to paint her thing. He ends up writing some stuff for this play, and it's that journey.
He auditions for the musical, and the director's like, he's like, did I get the part? The director's like, oh, that's great. And he was like, did I get the part? And the director's like, oh, I was looking for a tall cup of water, not a puddle. Then he's like, I can write stuff for the play or something like that. I don't know. But that's the premise. And then his life spirals out of control because his mother dies from her terminal illness. And then he reconnects with his mother via music because the neighbor lady was the one that taught his mother how to play piano. And then he makes a song for the musical. Happy ending. Minus the mother being dead. Literally, when the mom died, like the camera, him going to swim and all that, and like the camera angle with her in the wheelchair, my roommate was just like, and the hand flop. And then like 10 seconds later, it was just like, hand flop. That was it. That was my story.
Because a friend of mine just recently died of terminal illness.
Sorry,
like that's these movies, man, we keep doing them. I don't know why.
That's because movies tend to, especially movies in the genres that we watch, tend to be reflections of life or tragedy or stories that we're seeing, because a lot of the stories that get told about queer people or told by queer people are tragic stories, so it's very saturated with that. So that's why.
No, it just feels like there's so many, it feels like a bunch of cancer stories. I can't deal with this, but lucky for us, the last two movies we're doing this year. Corwin, I found guests for Pee-wee's Christmas special.
Oh, you're doing Pee-wee's on your own.
Yes,
That's not being done here. That's on your own.
I mean, it'll be in the podcast feed.
It'll be in the podcast, but it won't be on my Twitch.
I'm so excited for it.
Goodbye.
I think it might possibly be our most colorful movie we've ever seen. The most diverse cast of any movie is a Christmas special for a children's show.
So, for context, to those of you that don't know, I absolutely refuse, adamantly refuse to watch Pee-wee's Playhouse. So yeah, James is watching Pee-wee's Playhouse, and I'm not. It's a bonus episode, so listeners, enjoy that, please. I will not be. I will not be. And then we'll talk more about it the next episode, but in the new year, we're hoping to do more movies that focus on queer people of color. And my stipulation for doing that, not that I don't want to do that at all, my stipulation is that I don't want it to be us watching movies that center around people of color and issues around people of color and being queer and being a person of color and not have a person of color on the show. I don't want to be just James and I, two white guys talking about, issues in the world and stuff regarding that, because my voice isn't for that. So I would rather use my voice to amplify people whose voices are for that. So that's what we're going to hopefully focus on next year. So we'll see how that goes. Oh,
I have some guests lined up and...
Got some guests lined up. Hopefully it works out.
Which I would like... this might be an off-podcast thing. I 100% agree when it comes to movies that are specifically about, like, the queer experience, James, talk properly. The queer experience for people of color. But if it's like a rompy comedy or like a campy horror movie just made by people of color and it's queer, I think because then it's kind of saying like, well, these movies are only for people of color instead of saying like,
oh no, they're not only for people of color. And even movies that are centered around people of color that are queer are not just for people of color. Like Moonlight, for example. That's not just for people of color. But there are themes in the movie that we won't be able to discuss properly because we're not people of color.
But like, if it's
what my point is.
If it's like, oh wow, it's a bunch of vampires and they want to fuck all of each other.
Vampire boys. If it's vampire boys.
Yeah, but if it's just made by people of color, I'm like, I think like we can, because I don't want it to then be like, oh, we're only asking people of color to guest on movies that are like, I don't want it to end up seeming like that's what we're doing, because it's not.
Yeah. So if you know any creators or anything that would like to be on the podcast or would like to talk about specific movies that feature themes specific to people of color that we won't be able to speak about as two white guys, please tell them to contact us or tell me that, hey, there's this awesome person. And I'll be like, hello, do you want to be on the podcast? Just because I think it's important for when you have themes in movies and you want to amplify those and talk about those, that my voice isn't the one doing that when I'm coming from a privileged background where I don't have to deal with some of these things. Now, if you have a movie about talking about having a poor childhood experience, having, growing up poor or anything like that, 100%, I'm there. Back to the movie.
One quick thing. Let's get RuPaul on here because I gotta get into the fracking biz.
We want to talk about fracking. Okay.
Let's just say like this movie's fracking cool, and then it's just movies that promote fracking.
Are there movies that promote fracking?
I'm guessing like propaganda, instructional videos.
Educational videos for people that are going into fracking. The little videos they show you at the beginning, like Walmart's training videos where they're like, unions are bad.
Yeah.
When you get someone talking about a union, why don't you tell your manager right now? They're trying to steal your money, which is just not true.
It's the only way there would be a fracking video that is like a video promoting fracking is if The Simpsons did it back when Phil Hartman was still alive, because if there is a real one, I would just be like, this is parody. It has to be. No one is really.
Has to be. No one supports fracking.
Like a celebrity coming. Oh wait, no, fuck. It would be RuPaul. RuPaul is the celebrity endorsement on this video of saying, "Hey guys."
Not the fracking. The movie, James.
Yes.
The movie. Can we talk about the movie?
It starts out with a good song. The main character is singing.
This is like your jam. This is like, okay, so there's there's straight people, and
That's
there's
not my
music.
jam.
That's your jam.
No, it's not.
That's your voice, James. That's your voice.
No, this is what we'll be talking about on the Pissmas special, is for some weird reason, watch it, especially like season 3 and like Zeo of Power Rangers. Alpha's figure is so feminine and sexy.
I had no idea what you were talking about.
Oh, Alpha 5, the robot, has a fat ass, and it's just so... maybe it's because I was just very, for the lack of a better term, horny as fuck this morning. Mm-hmm. I was watching it for Pissmas to prep for it, and I was like, fuck, Alpha's got it again. Alpha's Magical Christmas, guys. Check that out. And if you can come to me and say, like, Alpha doesn't have that ass or the wagon or isn't thick with 2 C's, I'm sorry, you're a liar.
I don't know what... I'm going to Google it real quick. What does Alpha look like?
Alpha 5. Search Alpha 5 Power Rangers. Or is it Alpha 5? Yeah.
Is it the weird dome robot head thing?
Yeah. A feminine figure on that dumpy robot.
James.
But, like...
James...
It's a metal, like, I guess, diaper, whatever you want to call it, like, makes it look, like, curvy. I think, like, season 1 Alpha, it probably isn't as curvy and bodacious because they had to get something for Daddy in there. Once Scorpina's out of there... Dads are shutting off real quick, but then Alpha, oh my God, feminine wilds over here. Nicole, get ready for so much discussion on that tomorrow. I don't know if she can hear me. I don't think she can. All right, but
I'm showing this robot.
I think everyone knows. Just have them Google it. Everyone knows what Alpha 5 is.
Because what? What, James? What?
I don't know what. I can't see the picture you're showing, but I think it's from season 1.
I'm showing the toy. I'm showing. Oh my God!
Toy.
Showing the robot do the robot. Hit People Guy is in the chat. Can you? I don't know if Hit People Guy heard what you said, but
Hit People Guy. Steve knows my thoughts on Alpha's chunky caboose.
What?
Yeah, because I talked about it last Pissmas. So it is canon that I think Alpha 5 is sexy.
Canon.
Yeah.
I don't see it, especially because you described his undercarriage. No, that's not right.
Hold on.
His bottom part as a diaper, a metal diaper.
It looks like a bathing suit made out of metal. Oh my God, I should have said starting out like Princess Leia being trapped by our good friend Jabba the Hutt.
Saw that picture. I don't see it, but okay.
Well,
you live your best life, James.
Hey, people watching,
people like different things, and like that's okay.
Be lucky because most of this will be cut out of the podcast just because there's so much dead air.
I love that. I just looked at what Hit People Guy sent me. He sent me.
Was it Rule 34 shit?
No, it was a cosplay of it.
Okay.
Of the robot. How did you get suckered into talking about Alpha 5's butt? You know, I have no idea.
Oh, because you said, James is just so into, like, straightness.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
I was making a joke about James being all over this movie because this movie is not gay. It has a straight lead, and it's also a musical. So it's like, James likes music, and James is...
So speaking on that,
straight identifying at the moment.
In the beginning, he's performing at like a pub or a club, a bar, and he's like tapping. You can hear taps. You can hear taps on the microphone, guys. Even if it's on beat, it's not going to sound good. Don't tap on a mic. But what if it's the Shure SM58? They're built like a tank. You're still going to hear resonance coming in there. Okay?
I think James's video quality has dropped suddenly, too.
Oh, maybe because all my bandwidth was going into the image search of Alpha 5's chunky derriere.
Alpha 5 broke your internet. Yeah, well, that was fun. James, we're 51 minutes in. Is there anything you had to say about the movie besides the microphone tapping?
No, I got a lot, but for me, it's only 46, so I still got some time. When he's going into a fit of rage in the beginning, like he's letting out, whenever someone destroys anything ceramic, it doesn't have to be looking like a humanoid thing. He hits
the gnome.
Yeah, he hits a lawn gnome.
Throws the gnome up and hits it with a bat.
And it always reminds me of Kitty on that 70s show saying, "Not the littlest hobo."
I love Kitty. Icon.
Man, it's such a... That show's great.
Yes.
I thought it was just going to be a small Easter egg, the Neon Spectrum thing, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. And I enjoyed that, hey, you're calling back to previous movies, starting that View Askew-averse type deal. Why not?
Yeah, like that.
So when the mom is sick, they go to the hospital and she's looking through an old shoebox of memories and she hands it to the son saying, hey, this is yours now, keep it safe. And then the dad just goes like, yeah, listen to this mixtape I made to woo your mom. And it's like, why would I want to hear that? No.
I don't want to hear that. That's for you, both of you to enjoy together by yourselves.
Parents are so
I don't want to hear
weird.
it. On the lawn gnome, one of my favorite parts of the movie was definitely the dad coming up and like holding like the broken head and being like, "What's wrong with you?"
It also like no one looked the people who were sick in this show, which I get or movie,
look sick.
They didn't look sick. The mom looked so done up in makeup that. It threw like because hey, it's a movie, you have makeup, but you shouldn't do that if you're trying to like put forth like just make sure that she's not shiny for the lens and call it good. So he has a writer's block and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do these pills." And I have had people say like, "Hey, do mushrooms and your creativity will just blossom." And I'm never going to do that. When you have writer's block, especially if you're like working on music, this is what I do. You put on a bunch of effects and filters on just a basic melody, make it sound cool, and then you're good. You can also do it on just a drawn out note and then just like do like a low pass filter and like it's going to be great, guys. I
just move over to other projects. I just move on to other things, do other things, and get through it. Narrator, he will totally do that. No hit people guy, James is straight edge now. Well, he has been. He did try the weed for the first time, which was a joy to see.
I keep meaning to do it again, but I'm like, well, I have shit to do.
Yeah, I got shit to do. That's me all the time. Yeah, especially, I love Chicago. Yeah, okay, next note. Go.
When they get back to, not when they get back, there's a woman who's courting the main character. Hey, Nicole. When Nicole came in, I got the most focused this camera has ever been when Nicole really walked in. That's insane.
I can see the mask in the back, everything. I can see all the specs on your microphone.
Ooh, hey. Nicole, I guess you're going to have to be static wallpaper. You just keep walking back and forth. Nicole says no, but her body says yes. Oh no, Nicole, I've accidentally hypnotized you. Oh shit. Captain Underpants is really good, guys. Check that out.
Hippable guy said Nicole has a super cute wig there, and I agree.
I really
You're not going to tell Nicole?
Oh, Nicole, they say you have a really cute wig. Steve did.
And Corwin.
And Corwin did. I want to...
Wow.
I want to grow out my hair, then cut it, and then make my hair into a wig for Nicole.
You've said this.
Oh, okay. I think I've said it on a stream. I never said it on this show, have I?
I don't know, but I've heard it.
Okay,
I've heard it. I think you said it in your last stream when I was lurking, and I was like, all right, let me turn James down a bit.
That's what I want to do. Well, okay, so there's a romantic interest, and he gets high, and then they fuck hard. And he's completely nude. And my headcanon for the filming of this doesn't even have a cock sock on. He's just rubbing his wiener on a woman.
Why are you saying these things, James? Jesus.
Okay, I just have a few more notes. Already said that. Oh, the one woman did say, I'm a very sick lady, and I was expecting her to be like pick up a skateboard and like ollie and shit on it. Like that's the kind of sick she is.
I think she was talking about her agoraphobia and stuff.
One day I'll be like that, Corwin.
Never leave your house?
Yeah.
All right, never see you again. Bye, James. Actually, right now, COVID. Good time.
Corwin, I'm about to say a sincere thing.
Okay.
In this movie, this is a quote. If you can't be a good person, you'll never have good friends. And I must be an amazing person because all I have are the best of friends. Corwin, did you drop out?
No.
Oh, you're crying, Corwin?
No, I'm not crying.
Guys, listeners of the podcast, Corwin is crying right now. I had to go to the stream, and oh, man, he's
People
tears.
can literally look on the stream and see that I was struggling not to be mean.
Falling down his face. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Corwin, I hope you are short on sodium because the tears are falling down into your mouth.
Hey, people guys said Corin is just soaking in the moment, basking in the joy.
Yeah.
There we go. I was basking in the joy of you saying that I'm a very kind person.
The best of friend. Okay. One of my last notes, Maddie, the love interest, when she meets his mom, she's wearing this just magnificent blue fur coat, and fur that great, you gotta feel on your skin.
God.
Nicole got the reference. Did you?
Didn't they say that in Bly Manor?
Yes,
yeah,
that's what I'm referencing.
I was like, did they say it in something else that you watched? I didn't know you watched Bly Manor.
Yeah, we still have two episodes.
We could watch that.
Oh yeah, we could watch Bly Manor.
Next Halloween, Bly Manor.
I'm scared.
Because Corwin has a problem accepting compliments. I only have a problem accepting compliments from James.
Corwin.
Because I don't know when he's going to turn them.
Oh.
Because he assumes he's the worst, so it's obviously people can't actually care. I care, James cares. Thanks, Typical Guy. No, I would love to be showered in compliments, actually.
What I was implying, Corwin, is that she's nude under that because you can see that she doesn't have a shirt on.
I do want to point out that the one who played the singer that was getting ready for Battle of the Bands, the one who played that character in the play in this movie, is the love interest from Monster Pies.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah, throwback.
Corwin, I got one last note, and that is it's at the mother's wake. There's a bunch of food, and he's being like rude, but like you can be, and he says, who even brings devil eggs? Because it's like,
I love deviled eggs.
No one eats them. Yeah,
come on,
I love them.
I was like, the deviled eggs are the only thing I want there. I was like, that's such a bad spread, except for the deviled eggs. I want the deviled eggs. And then he threw the plate, and I was like, they better show us the shot of, like, the destruction. I want to see the deviled egg stuck on the window, and it was there. I got the vindication there. But also there was, like, a little thing of nuts, and I was like, oh, someone threw a bunch of nuts in an ashtray, is what that looked like.
Corwin,
the almonds.
I'll eat anything with devil in the title, and I'm being serious. Corwin, I'll even eat this copy of Sam and Max's The Devil's Playground because it has devil
But you're a
in
vegetarian.
It.
Will you eat devil dogs?
Hey, if you can find a substitute, or I guess I'm no longer a vegetarian because meat is so cheap. It's insane.
Yeah, you were talking about eating chicken nuggets. Yeah, so there we go. That's the movie, y'all. That's the movie. What more to say? Not really much for me.
Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it as a movie, yes. I think it's fun. I think you need to watch the other two. You need to watch at least the Neon Spectrum before you watch this one.
I would too.
I think Lee is getting better at movie making, at filming and things. The quality was a lot better than the other two, which I don't know if that was a budget thing or if that's like learning, but there's definitely some growth, which I love to see.
Hell yeah. I would recommend. Corwin, though, what you got to plug?
What I got to plug, I'm about to be playing some more Control, and don't you worry, I turned on Immortality, so I'm not gonna die and give up halfway through this time. That's what I'm about to do on Twitch. So follow my Twitch channel, which is where we're doing this episode. So, for all of you listeners there next week, twitch.tv/corewinning. But also follow the social media, the podcast social media, This Movie's Gay, on Twitter and Instagram. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram @corewinning. Yay! And those are my plugs. Also, Sawbucks Theater Collective. We're possibly making moves, so keep an eye out. At Sawbucks Theater Collective. At Sawbucks Theater, I think is the thing. But look up Sawbucks Theater Collective. And that's it.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you're listening to this right now on the stream, or if you're listening to it next week, on the stream tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, we will be doing Pissmas Live. It's something Nicole came up with. She said, hey, for Mostly Speakin' Sentai, over on twitch.tv/Mostly Speakin' Sentai, could we do Christmas, but instead could we call it Pissmas? And I said, absolutely. So it's a non-denominational holiday that we have created where we give thanks by drinking water and keeping in our pee, because that's what heaven is to us. I think that's the message. I don't know. We've done Pissmas in July over on the podcast, but this is the first year we're doing it live. Please check it out. If you're listening to this as a podcast, you can listen or watch it, but you can listen to it on the Mostly Speakin' Sentai feed, which, hey, go over to mlmpod.com to find information about Mostly Speakin' Sentai, This Movie's Gay, if you're a Twitch viewer, What the Hellmouth, and Hit It and Crit It. You can also, oh my God, listen to my music under Marshland Monster. You can download those albums for free on MLM Pod, or go to wherever music is found, like Spotify. And if you'd like to support us the best way you can, head over to patreon.com/MLM Pod, and you'll get exclusive podcasts like Engage with Nicolas Cage, the Toku Reading Corner, talking about Beyblade, and the Podcast That Be. It's a great way to support us, and you're getting content every single Friday. New podcasts. They're great. Check it out. And people who sign up at the $10 tier get a shout out on every single free feed podcast that we do. Oh, where's that page? It's marked.
That's what I was waiting for, James.
It's marked with a billfold. Shout outs to Steve F, aka Hit People Guy. He's in the chat right now.
Hit People Guy.
We've got Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, aka The Waz, Orion, the rapper Defo, check out his rap music, Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Duo Grun Fox, that's two Fox for the price of Grun, Tyler Wright, my friend from Muskegon, and my best friend from life. And finally, Elliot W, aka @Garlic Sunshine on Instagram.
Yes, Garlic Sunshine. We love to see it.
And that's it.
That's it. That's all, folks. Can we say that?
Yeah, you can say that. Corwin, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I like that the comedy works less because you can't see me.
Yeah.
And then you're confused, but then that works more because you're confused, and it's great.
Yeah, if you're doing visual bits, they're not for me. They're just for the viewers.
Oh, I know. It's for Hit People Guy.
Hey, see you guys. Bye.
Oh my God. I've been Corwin.
I've been James. Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, James.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.